Regional Variant Pokemon is easily one of, if not the best feature that's ever been put into a Pokemon game. It started in Gen 7, grew in Gen 8 by adding regional evolutions to those regional variants, so what's next? Well, one of the coolest ideas concerning this that is yet to be explored is regional variants for the 6 older regions that were introduced prior to the regional variants themselves. Getting to see what Kantonian, Johtoan, and Hoennian form Pokemon might look like, for instance, would be absolutely incredible, and today we are going to explore that very concept for every main series region that exists so far. Before we start though, I would like to give a shout out to my Pokeblock podcast that I run over on the UCast Studios YouTube channel. I do a show every Friday and I talk about Pokemon with all of your favorite Poketubers. I've had a bunch of people on, it's a lot of fun, and listening to the show directly supports this channel right here. So click the iCard that is on screen or the link in the description to check that out, and with that said, let's get started. Starting with Kanto, we've got this concept of Kantonian forms for the Alola starters. Every one of these designs I will be showing today were specifically designed to be regional variants for these regions, and the links to all the artists will be in the description, which I highly recommend checking out and supporting. These designs were made by Villy C on DeviantArt and turn Rowlet into a ghost type, Litten into a dark type, and Popplio into a psychic type, and the designs are pretty awesome. And while Litten and Rowlet gain types that they already have in their evolutions, their evolutions in turn gain different types as well. Plus, I mean, the designs just look awesome, and having regional variants for starter Pokemon would be an amazing thing to see someday. Moving to Johto, we've got this concept for Johtoan Sableye that looks awesome. It was designed by Sir Double K on Reddit and turns Sableye into part Ice type in addition to Ghost. And Ghost Ice types are pretty rare currently, so it'd be cool to see some more like Johtoan Sableye here. Moving on, I have another Johto form, cause I'm actually going to show a couple Pokemon per region. I kind of forgot to mention that, but anyway, it's this Squirtle line that becomes part Dark type, and it's inspired by the Squirtle Squad from the anime, and I love it so much. It was designed by FBS Augusto on DeviantArt, and he's actually designed Johto forms for all of the Kanto starters, but the Squirtle line I like the best. We've seen things in Pokemon that were inspired by the anime before, so why not a Squirtle Squad based regional Squirtle? It's amazing, and frankly, it should happen immediately. Now it's time for some Hoennian forms, and look at this Hoennian Ariados, it's great. It was designed by Metanic, who you can find on Instagram, Facebook, and the like, and it becomes Bug Fire type in this form. It looks like just the type of thing that would come out of a more tropical place like Hoenn, and I would be down for this existing. Okay, get ready because here is a really cool one. Hoennian form Dreepy family, Fire Dragon type, look how cool these are. These come from the Pokemon Blazing Emerald fan game, and they swapped their ghostly tails for some tail-like flames. I thought Dreepy and its line were really cool before, but these regional variants take it to a whole nother level, and I 100% would love to see something like this become real someday. Next up is Sinnoh, and with Diamond and Pearl remakes likely coming soon, Sinnohan forms are something that could legitimately happen fairly soon. With that said, this Sinnohan Rockruff design by the Platy Project on Twitter is phenomenal, and I would absolutely campaign for it in the event of a Sinnoh remake. I also feel like Rockruff is a Pokemon who could actually get this type of treatment, so who knows, maybe this one will actually happen someday, and it's also an Ice Rock type. Just wanted to put that out there. Another Pokemon I could see legitimately getting a Sinnohan form if they happened is Arcanine. It's an iconic Pokemon, and there's just so much potential there, just as this design from Fanatics4.com shows. Arcanine becomes Ice-type in this new form, and also introduces some features of a Husky, which blends so well with the Pokemon and makes for an amazing design. And both of these Sinnohan forms we've featured today just makes me want that idea to be real even more than I did before, which is honestly saying a lot coming from me. From Gen 4 to Gen 5, we now have a Univin form of a Sinnoh Pokemon, and that would be Bronzor and Bronzong. This duo was designed by Skalhati on DeviantArt and is Steel Ground type, and according to the artist, are based around the area where you actually find these Pokemon in Unova, the Abundant Shrine. That's actually a really sound basis for a regional variant of an older region, and even though we've obviously already seen the regular forms of most of these Pokemon we're talking about in these regions before, so who knows if they would even be eligible for this treatment, it's nice to think about the possibilities as if they are. The other Unovan form I have to show comes from the Pokemon Moon Black 2 fan game and is none other than Unovan Lapras. This design is a Fire Dark type and is frankly incredible. I think anybody would take this design as the real thing in a second, although the only thing is that with a volcano on its back, I don't know how well it would really fit in the Unova region. On second thought, however, with it having a magma-like theme, you could say it fits somewhat well with the booming steel industry that rose out of the US East Coast, nearby where Unova is based. So maybe it wouldn't be such a bad fit after all, although I, and I'm sure everyone else, would take this Lapras form pretty much wherever and whenever it wanted to pop up regardless. Now we cross over into the Kalos region, starting with this Kalosian Raticate design by Fatmon on DeviantArt. It becomes part poison type in addition to normal, and is based on the rats that famously carried the Black Plague all across Europe. I love that idea as the basis for a Pokemon, and it arguably works even better as the concept for a regional variant. It truly is a perfect fit in my opinion, and I hope someday we'll see Kalosian forms happen for real, so something like this can actually happen. I also have these Kalosian Woobat and Swoobat designs to show off, once again by Skalhati on DeviantArt, and they take an interesting path of becoming normal flying type in this regional form. I like the idea of Unovan Pokemon getting Kalosian forms and vice versa, as it seems like these regions could have a deep history and relationship between one another, and it would be cool to see that explored someday through regional variant Pokemon like this. Coming after Kalos is of course Alola, and we have now approached the 2 generations who actually have seen regional variants. However, if we gave all the other regions this treatment, we might as well do it for Alola and Galar too, and I mean, how could we not with designs like these Alolan Johto starters by Bad Afra on Twitter? I mean, I would actually kill for that Cyndaquil design, and the Totodile and Chikorita designs are phenomenal as well, in addition to the designs for the evolutions that Bad Afra also created. If there's one thing in addition to older regions getting regional variants that I would like to see, it's starter Pokemon getting that treatment too, and these designs are a prime example of why that is. And now we finally arrive at the Galar region. While there were some amazing Galarian forms in Sword and Shield already, there could of course always be more, and these designs of a Galarian Talonflame family by Solian on DeviantArt are so good that it's an absolute shame that they're not real. I believe their design might have been inspired by the suspicion early on that the Fletchling family might actually receive Galarian forms in the game itself, based on the presence of a Fletchling Weathervane in Sword and Shield's first reveal trailer. Whatever the case is though, they might just be my favorite fan-made regional variants that I've ever seen. Not to mention they're also Grass-Fire type to boot, so like I said, it's an absolute shame that these designs aren't real. And finally, to round things out, we have this design of a Galarian Arbok by Devil D-Man on DeviantArt. While this design is certainly over-the-top British, if we learned anything from Sword and Shield, it's that that is not off the table by any stretch. And in addition to it being over-the-top, it's just also really good-looking too. I really love its color scheme, and it's also a Steel Poison type, which has never been done before, and I am all about those unused type combinations. So overall, it's a regional variant I really enjoy a lot. So, that was a small taste of what it might be like if every region got regional variants someday. What do you think of these designs though? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to check out the artists of these designs with the link in the description as well. You can also further support this channel and my ability to bring videos to you every week if you would like by listening to my Pokemon remixes on Spotify as well as other streaming services, and by watching my Pokemon Cardinal project if you haven't already, both of which are really appreciated. With that said, I'll be back with another video very soon, and until then, as always, I love you all, and I will smell you guys later.